So there's really no way that Life can come down here and manage to save his third hat-trick.
Well, it looks like he is going to go ahead and get up this ramp, in fact, and surround these roaches. And with those roaches dying off, so should Life's chances at winning this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's just barely managed to do it, and I think this should tie us up at 1-1. There it is, GG. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, good play by Dark. A very solid defense of Ling's mass, the Life's mass Lings, rather, running across the map there and trying to kill him off. He just, good micro with his Banelings, sending out the Zerglings properly to detonate Banelings as he could, and just good overall play.
Pretty straightforward game there, to be honest. When you do an attack like that and you don't have 3 bases, obviously you're hoping to win with that early advantage, but he didn't control it right, and Dark held it, and from there, Dark's counterattack is probably going to win the game, and that's what we saw.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we'll see.
There's not really anything else to say about that one.
No, it's a pretty straightforward one. There was nothing special. Yeah, there was one Ravager at the end, but that wasn't why Dark won.
Yeah,
okay. That Ravager didn't win the game.
I really like that one Ravager play.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that was really smart.
But we'll see. Maybe the next game will be a little bit more dynamic. That was a lot more like the ZVZs we've seen in Wings of Liberty or Heart of the Swarm.
And of course, there's going to be commonalities throughout the whole history of Legacy of the Void to older games. We've seen a huge variety of different styles and strategies and things. It's like RTS is not like 100% figured out, but like we have a good idea about RTS.
We have a pretty good idea.
It's not the bottom of the ocean, but it's also not
space,
a block in Times Square. Yeah.
Oh man, we got to get into this game fast, man. I'm like trying to throw you a lifeline, but I don't even know what to say after that. By the way, guys, tell your friends to tune in here and join us. Just like you guys at home, we are also both learning Legacy of the Void, new game, new strategies. We're letting these pro gamers teach us how this game is going to be played and understood. And I'm looking forward to a very exciting 2016 with a lot of Legacy of the Void casting.
2016 is the best year yet. You watch.
In the bottom. Oh. Jesus got wrecked by the sponsor there.
Hot 6 wrecks you every time.
Every time, man. In the bottom right in the blue, our Zerg player, he is Dark. And in the upper right in the red, I would say the favorite, out of these two, he is Life.
Your favorite, maybe.
Yeah, man, he is my favorite for sure.
Rightfully so. Great player.
So they're actually pretty close to each other here. And now comes the Overlord high five.
There it is.
There it is.
Yep. The thing is, they actually have tendrils. So unless 5 tendrils are hitting each other, and it would be a down low, their tendrils don't go up above their heads, but I guess it's up high if you're from the ground. But yeah, I mean, it's only like 9 things wrong with the high five. Tasteless.
Tasteless. Come on, tasteless.
Oh my God. Does he even think before he speaks?
All right. This might be a different looking ZVZ. They are very close.
Yeah, I mean,
air to air.
Yeah, that's
going to be a factor.
It's a gigantic map as well. If they were cross spawns, that could be even crazier. But I guess let's see what they want to go for. I want to see it get actually later than Roach Ravager. I want them to be like, okay, we can't kill each other with Roach Ravager.
ZVZ is it's one of these matchups that like it really does get to like this intense point around Roach Ravager. I mean, it's kind of hard to actually get past that because things can spiral out of control really fast.
Yeah, I mean, you miss dodging some corrosive biles, you're going to lose.
PvP was a little bit like that in the early game where it's like, well, a lot of times this can just end. We know where it goes from there, but...
Well, I guess, you know the reason I want to see it get past Roach Ravager?
Why is that?
Is because me and the people I play against with Zerg, in Zerg vs. Zerg, are not good enough to kill each other with Roach Ravager. So, lurkers come out, and then it gets confusing.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, neither of us can really kill each other now, so it's like, okay, one of us goes Ultras, and the other goes Vipers, and it gets, like, really weird, and it's like, I don't really know what the hell I'm doing, so, yeah.
Well, we have the Baneling's Nest starting at the same time as well as the Ling's Speed. So far, it's a pretty similar game here, Tosis.
Yeah. Well, looks like that third base is going to be a lot quicker for Life here.
Yeah, let's see if there is a third base coming up right now for Dark.
Yeah, and if he doesn't take one, that means that he is going to be planning an attack. He's mining a bit more gas than life, which is something important to know.
Yeah,
that definitely can point towards the attack. Like, if you're on 2 bases like this and you're rolling Bane, you're going to keep 3 drones.
Builds in ZVZ are very fine-tuned, especially with the gas early on.
And in fact, Dark does start as third base, but Life is the one making a lot of lings right now. Dark does start up his ling production right after that hatchery, so that's important as well. You dropped your microphone.
Yeah, I got this earpiece. It just keeps coming off. So, looks like we have a lot of lings coming up over here. And I'm just, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, actually. Banelings being made here. You know, ZVZ builds are so fine-tuned at this point in time. So when you see him getting that little bit of extra gas, you do have to wonder.
Well, we have a lot of Banelings morphing right now. The Banes are coming out. Looks like it's going to be a very heavy micro battle coming up here. And so far, Dark doing a pretty good job. Life putting these Banelings up at the front, though. The Lings do have to run away for the time being. Look how crazy this micro is. I mean, it's not like it's like super new, but
yeah, but still pretty solid, actually. Now, did the Banelings overextend here? Right now, Life doing a good job coming in here and actually starting to fish out those additional Banelings. And this means there's going to be a lot more Lings remaining here for Life. The hatchery just finishes, so it can't be canceled in time.
We actually need a big Baneling hit right now for Dark. Get rid of some more of these Lings. I guess he's starting to remove quite a few. And, of course, the rally is closer here for Dark.
Close call there. By the way, Life is not giving up on making Lings. In fact, there's 16 more hatching right now.
Yeah, well, he is just putting himself down and saying, you know what, I can out-micro you with Ling Bane, and that is generally the case with Life. And here goes. He is running in here once again, doing a great job splitting off Lings to hit these Banes. That's really what it's all about there.
Yeah, minimizing the amount of damage the Banelings can actually do. You can note he's making drones behind this now, so this attack might be finishing up.
Yeah,
I think with the Queens here and enough Banelings, he's probably decided maybe he's done enough damage so far.
Yeah. Seems like that is the case. But actually, no Banes right now. He can actually swoop in here. Maybe, no, the Bane is here, but he does pick off a Queen. That's a nice kill.
Yeah, nicely done here.
Now,
with drone count right now, it's actually 28 to 33, so Life does have a slight lead. We're going to have to see, actually, if Dark decides to counterattack.
I think he will. He had a lot of Lings in production, so why not go ahead and counterattack with that? Life is making a Roach Horde. He is making some more Lings and some Banes, but there's a little bit more in terms of army for Dark. I don't think there's enough to actually do anything, though, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Life should be able to hold it. We'll see. And now they're both frantically droning up here, but Life, as time has passed, has had just a little bit more drones for a long enough time that he should be able to stay slightly ahead for more of the game.
Let's see if that is the case. Doing a good job right now. Some very swift micro there of Life, keeping those Lings off of his Banes.
And he's coming up here now. Some pressure. I'm not sure what we're looking at. Okay, now here we go. We'll see, he might be able to get that Queen. No, at the last second, Queen manages to be saved there.
A couple more Banes are coming up right now. Yeah, looks like not very good connections there overall. Life just having enough at all points here to hold it off. But
well, I mean, Life has the best Ling micro in the business, man.
Yeah.
He's really good with a small number of units and just controlling it just right.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he gained a significant advantage, but definitely some great micro there. And we do have roaches popping out for both sides. They're both kind of hitting the area where it's like, okay, we can't kill each other with this unit. On to the next unit.
Yeah, we're going to go into the next phase of the game. I mean, roaches are now going to be an option. You know, that Ling-Baneling early game is such a tightrope walk, but eventually we're going to get these meaty roaches out here, and I think eventually we're going to have Ravagers in play.
Well, right now, Ling's trying to run in, pick off a drone, but that's about it. There's more and more roaches on the way, and yeah, as you said, the Ravager is definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with coming up. Lair goes up first here for Life.
Life, again, just in the slightest lead. If you look at the supplies, that is due to the extra drones that he had for most of the game. This could actually add up to a lot more as time passes. Just getting a few extra roaches or a few extra Ravagers when the next big fight comes down.
Certainly.
That might be the decider. Right now, 43 drones to 57.
Yeah, that's pretty significant. We do see a lot more roaches being produced right now, though, for his opponents. So
yeah, he's got 18 to 11, but I think that's going to change it a little bit here.
Yeah, if Life isn't making roaches right now, he definitely could die, but I imagine that's what we have in his production. Don't really see the Ravagers quite yet, but it looks like they are going to be popping up very soon.
Yep, there's actually 4 being made right now over here for Dark, who's still got the superior army for now, at least.
Well, Dark is definitely going for an attack. Look at this, 20 Lings on the way. When you see the Lings added in like that, that's like a surefire thing that he's going for an attack. Like the Lings, I mean, they aren't going to do a whole hell of a lot other than just help deal a lot of damage very quickly. Yeah,
the Lings are there to sort of tank for the Roaches. So he's going to come up here and try to attack. Let's see how Life can handle this. He does have the opportunity to try to get into a better position before this fight actually occurs.
We do have some Banes being morphed right now for Dark. Does start to poke in here, but pretty similar armies for each side.
Oh, nice with the Lings over here into the main. A beautiful counterattack, taking out so many drones. That means that Dark has to do a lot of damage with this attack, or he might lose entirely.
Very right about that. Here we go. The Roaches coming up. Protoss and Byul's all over the place. Good micro by Dark, pulling back most of his units there. The Baneling's not really getting good connection. And Life with a great concave up at the top of those Roaches. Life is not going to be broken here.
No, he's doing fantastic. Great job dodging the Byul there.
Indeed. And look at this. Pushing back. Dark with barely anything left and losing that many drones.
Dude, he's just so good, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really impressive. Once again, Life doing a great job dodging this. And I think the fact that he lost, that's it. I was going to say, I think the fact that he lost those drones, I mean,
that forced him to attack, as you
he had to attack, and then he didn't do any damage, so, I mean, the game's basically over.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, that's it. A Life wins, and that's cool. I mean, it's Life.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, Life's great. I want to see Life in GSL for sure. So I imagine both guys will make it, but Life might win the first spot in Code S.
He very well might. We are going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to go to our final best of 3 here in today's GSL.
you sold your bones for love, but you crawl right back, I'm sure. Like thieves trapped in hiding, in time you will know how to crawl right back for blood. Go on, save yourself. Tell me, how does it feel to be alone? Tell me, how does it feel? Tell me, go on and save yourself. Blind by emotions and bent on fiery eyes. You're gonna mess your head up right now till the dead finally falls. Don't tell me you wanted exactly what you've got. Gonna rip my heart in pieces, and then you take a little more. I feel no love. When you save yourself, tell me, how does it feel to be alone? Tell me, how does it feel? Tell me, go on and save yourself. Go on and save yourself. Any day now, brother, I will come crawling. I'm a fool for thinking, sister, you would be sorry. Any day now.
The void beckons.
Welcome back. We are here at the GSL Christmas edition with Tasty Claus and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Tosis. And we are going to be going into our final match today.
Yeah, it's going to be Zest versus Sorry, I believe, right? No, Zest
Reality
sorry,
versus
yeah.
Zest. Yeah, sorry, I already
Sorry.
played today.
I already made my sorry puns, unfortunately. That's all right. Reality is a great ID for puns as well.
That's true.
Terrans generally have like real things as their name.
Yeah, except for you, Artosis.
Yeah.
But that sounds like it could be a real thing. That sounds like it could be like a hip disease or something like
Yeah,
that. You
totally.
know?
That's what
Something
I was
wrong
going
with
for.
your
I
bones.
wanted
Like,
that
oh,
feel.
he's got artosis in his knees, so he can't run like he used to. We're going to go into this PvT, and we've already seen some PvTs where Protoss really know how to exploit Adepts comboed with Oracles quite well. I don't know if we're going to have it here with Zest. Zest and Hero actually play pretty differently, or at least they did in Heart of the Swarm.
Yeah, they were definitely different players.
Yeah.
But
Not as different as like
Zest
Hero
is-
and Rain or something, but
Zest is kind of like Hero in the fact that they're just like these complete Protosses that can do anything.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if it's basically the same type of stuff coming out of him. Yeah, there's some other ways I've seen the matchup played for sure, like very quick prisms for adept drops and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But just pressure from moment one seems to be pretty all right. So I think we're going to see something similar from Zest.
it's kind of like early game when you see the way that some of these Protosses are playing. It's like the Terran just has to ride a mechanical bull for the first 10 minutes without falling off.
Yeah.
And then eventually that's like, okay,
They get to feel
now
what
you can play
StarCraft 1
Terran.
felt like.
Yeah, well, that's what Brood War was like too, right? I mean, there was just so many things that Protoss could do to beat up the Terran.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Our Marines were not even half as good.
No, they were nowhere near as good. StarCraft 2 Marines are like the best unit in the game. In the bottom left, in the blue, he is Reality. And in the upper right, in the red, our Protoss player, Zest. The question, though, Artosis, is that Terran player really Reality? Do we truly know what Reality is? Do we know, is there a Reality, a truth with a capital T, or is Reality all, you know, is it based purely off perception?
Well, I perceive him as the blue Terran just like you, so I
But
guess...
is that the blue, the same blue that I see? Do we see two different forms of blue? I mean, I can go pretty deep with this, right?
Wow. Do we see the same colors, or are we just trained that they're the same?
Yeah.
Well, we both have brown eyes, so we definitely see the same colors.
I have hazel eyes, so.
Oh my God!
Hazel eyes.
Well, hazel to me is your brown.
Yeah, wow.
So, I guess we just proved it, didn't we?
Yeah, there you go. Quick expand, by the way, for Terran. And Protoss is not looking to exploit this just yet. Going to go with a quick Nexus. It's
Yeah.
pretty common.
Yeah, this is like, this is just the safe Protoss opener. You know, you get your gas and you take the Nexus afterwards, and it's like, you defend Reapers and you get a fast expansion. That's, because otherwise, the Reapers are pretty darn scary. So, smart moves here. But he's getting a lot of scouting done, right? It's like 1 Rax into double gas. So, Zest has all the information in the world.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing if this is just going to be the standard play of always getting the depths early in this matchup. I mean, I'm wondering that because this matchup looks like it's going to be very, very different, at least the way Protoss can approach it now.
Well, I'm just keeping this alive, checking everything out, and of course the Adept on the way, being chrono boosted out, in fact. Of course, there's not going to be a lot of units there for him to actually defend against something like an Adept with just one Rax, which is now making, like, this one Adept could actually kind of be really annoying because we have a reactor being made on the Rax.
Yeah, that's true.
But he didn't make a mothership core, so with this Wallen, everything will be fine.
Yeah, he's not going to go punish for the time being. Seeing
Yeah.
that Robobay come up here, I'm wondering what kind of tech we're going to have. I mean, Protoss has always historically been the race that had, stay with me on this one here, the most builds.
Protoss,
You know,
yeah,
it's
definitely.
really had a ton of builds, and there was never like, oh, this is the right way to play Protoss, and here's how to do it. You really had to have like 12, 2 dozen builds.
Throughout the history of StarCraft 1 and 2, it's been the stylistic race.
Is this audio too loud for you?
Yeah, it's
in
way
here?
too loud.
Let me see if I can actually. All right, since I'm mic'd up here, I can actually move through the set. But
Yeah.
as I'm gonna approach this TV over here, you guys are gonna hear actually how loud it is. It's crazy. Can I turn this thing down?
Dude, I don't know where that sound's coming from, but we do see, in fact, it looks like Dark Templar tech on the way with this Prism as well. And I want to point something out, by the way. Like, if he had not gone Robo, but instead had gone for a Mothership Core and then into Oracle, like we saw before, that, like we saw Hero do, like that could have been very good against this one Marine into a reactor type of thing. But look at this double, like, Reactor Liberators coming out here for reality.
This is really
This is
interesting.
cool. All right.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna learn something pretty big here. The War Prism's almost there, and it looks like we are gonna go straight into DT Harass.
Yeah, it's
This is kind of a funny unit comp for both parties. And I'm not
Indeed.
sure exactly where this is going to go. So let's sit tight. Let's see what this is going to look like as these two unusual unit comps end up engaging each other.
You're right. He's going straight for the DT drop, but we actually have a Cyclone about to pop out. If he kills the War Prism with the Cyclone,
Liberation is
I could
ahead.
see this being really, really good for reality.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 DTs warp in and now. Not
And-
able to do the damage just yet.
Where's the Cyclone? Is it going to go down to
I'm
the
not sure,
natural?
actually. I think it's in the main.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's on the right-hand side of the main.
Yeah,
and it looks
I
like
think so.
Zest wants to drop the natural, so...
Okay, here he goes. He's actually going to drop in between. Uh-oh. Looks like the War Prism barely manages to get away. 1 DT gun down. He drops a second. Over here at the expansion, trying to bait out a scan. SCV is going to be one hit by the DT. And the second DT now over here inside the main. We don't see anything that can spot for this right now. This is a problem.
Yeah, this is a really big problem right now. You see, like, huge amounts of damage.
This is a great play. When you actually realize that you're in such good shape, you can just attack their army.
Yeah, this is, I mean, the game is almost over already. This DT drop is insane. But at the same time, the Liberators are actually across the map right now.
Oh, hold
We're
on.
not showing you, but I see probes dying.
There are probes being killed that we don't have a shot of right now that I wish we did. But we're going to find out in a little bit. So many SCVs are being picked off, and I think he can actually just kill the SCVs even when the SCVs can see them.
Oh, well, actually with the Widow Mine.
Oh, I
guess
didn't even catch that. Good call there.
Ends up killing that, but like, the Liberators might be causing a lot of lost mining time. Hopefully our observer will eventually look.
Hopefully.
I mean, I'd like to see what's going on in Protoss space eventually.
scan here. Okay, so we caught the tail end of this. There it is, GG. So we stand up sometimes when we cast. There's a whole secret life you guys don't know is that I can't cast a game unless I'm sitting in Artosis' lap. So that's why you see us scrambling like that.
That's very
when we get back on camera.
Yeah.
Our observer did not catch until the very end of that game that the Liberators were destroying a ton of probes. But I mean, what we did see that was very clear was there was no SCVs at all in the Terran space by the end there.
Yeah.
It's funny, and it's a very rare moment in StarCraft, but you do see it sometimes where you have like 3 or 4 DTs, and you think, wait a minute, he doesn't have detection, and 3 or 4 DTs can do so much damage so quickly. You can just go in on the army.
Yeah, you can just kill the army, and then like even if he scans, it doesn't matter. Whereas if you're killing SCVs all the time, like he'll scan, kill your DTs, and then have an army that maybe he can do damage to you with.
Most of the time, the rule is that you would just want to shift click on SCVs. But there is that moment, because normally the army is sitting right by the DT and they're just waiting, spamming to get that scan out. But yeah, he looked at that and he said, okay, I'll just kill this. It would be 3 or 4 swipes from each DT and it's gone. And he did that, and that was the game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hope this next game is a little bit better than a DT drop and then not watching Liberators kill probes. But we'll see. The next map going to be Prime Terraces, so we're going to get right into that.
And we're going to go to that right now. Game number 2 here, Reality against Zest.
It's funny, several of the games tonight have just like...
It's been some bopping.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I don't have anything to kill that.
In the bottom right, we have Reality, and in the upper left now, we are going to have Zest.
I'm going to talk right through everything because I'm not even going to trust that tonight that the Observer's going to check both players. All right, so it looks like we're going to have Proxy Rax Reaper here most likely.
How good is this? I have no idea.
Well, Reapers, they're like, they can do some damage for sure. The pylon placement is like really important in this matchup right now, like early pylons, because you really only get 2 for quite a while because the Nexus gives so much supply. So we'll see where he puts them. If he puts them in the right area, maybe the pylon overcharges make the Reapers dead very quickly, but whatever the case, I would say most likely the Reaper will get at least a few probe kills.
Well, this is kind of funny, man. He's going to go for the gold base.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, he's going to go for the gold base here, and this is going to be really difficult for Protoss to hold these 2 spots.
Well, I mean, Zest never takes silver bases, okay?
Well, the Reaper's already started, and the Cybernetics core has only just begun.
Yeah.
Obviously, these probes can't go turn into spine crawlers temporarily to save themselves, so this Reaper should be able to do a lot of damage. And is he going to do an additional proxy here?
Oh, yeah, I wonder.
Actually proxy a starport there. Now, the moment this probe gets in here and sees that, in fact, there is nothing going on inside the Terran's base, he's going to know that this is going to be a huge problem.
Now, that is a really well-placed pylon. I mean, photon overcharge on a pylon kills a Reaper like almost instantly. Like if the Reaper's anywhere near the pylon, the Reaper is dead. So that's going to prevent new ones from coming in. But this one's going to do some damage, as we see.
Nice job there with the grenade. Definitely does not want to let this Reaper get cornered here. Mothership core still about halfway done.
Yeah, and over here, there's no pylon, don't forget. So this Reaper that's already in this base, some serious damage being done.
And now the Overseer is coming out. Or excuse me, the Mothership core is wow, that's
it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, close enough. And Reaper's going to come up here again, though, try to get some more kills. So far, a pretty good defense by Zest, considering. Unfortunately, he cannot really do much to help the gold base right now.
Yeah, right now he just has to chill up there. But you know what's really cool is he did proxy at Starport. So
yeah.
I'm imagining this is going to be a Liberator coming out immediately. And
yeah, let's see.
That's pretty scary stuff, man.
Certainly is.
And look, the Robo is not the building you want to deal with a Liberator, that's for sure. Like, realistically, like, you want a Phoenix or a Void Ray or something like that.
Looks like he might end up being able to trap this Reaper over here.
In fact, look at this. The right-hand side of his base still doesn't have a pylon. The Liberator is going to make his main unmineable. He's going to have to make a Stalker. He has to wait for a Stalker.
Well, here's the thing, though, man. He can actually just send all of his workers to the gold base.
That's true.
And that is totally okay for Protoss.
Like, no, we can't.
No, we can't chase this.
You're like, wait, yeah, you can. I'm like, no, it's not how you play StarCraft.
It's not fair. The Liberator strategy was pretty good, and it's total crap now that it doesn't matter.
Right, well, here we go. Look how annoying that is, though, seriously.
Yeah.
For reals, these tasteless, that's so annoying. Okay, does throw down a pylon. Of course, that's another way you don't have to, like, wait for a stalker. You can just start throwing down pylons everywhere. But, I mean, look at his supply right now. It's about to be, like, 36 of 70. Like, it's so funny. And, look, he just walks out of the range. That's why you kind of are, you need the stalkers.
Here comes the 2 Cyclones coming up.
Oh, man.
Good call getting that pylon first.
This is a super technical game by Reality. I'm liking it.
Triggers that pylon over there in the high ground. Probe's still not mining. If Protoss can actually get this game to stabilize, he'd be in good shape, but right now he's just losing too much.
Hey, Tasteless, you said that he could just send all his probes to gold. Do you still think that?
Aren't I the fool? He's gonna get that 1 Cyclone. That's it, GG.
All right. Well.
That's where I'm like, okay, here, sorry, I'm off your lap now. I'm gonna
Cool.
sit down now.
I can't cast without Tasteless sitting in my lap.
No, man, it's impossible, man. Nobody can cast without me sitting in their lap. Oh man.
When I'm at an event without you and I have to entice Apollo to sit
Well,
in
that's
my
when you got to
lap,
get your
like-
inflatable tasteless doll. That's like right there and sit him on his lap. You can talk to him. You can pet his hair and
That's
stuff.
right.
While
I have
he's
to get a beard for it now. I have to shave my dog and
When
tape that all to it. Like,
when we came in the first day to the studio, like JYP said to me, he's one of our other casters. He goes, "Is it real?" And I'm like, "My beard?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, "No, this is hair I glued to my face because I'm crazy."
this is a beard toupee. Do they make beard toupees?
They should if they don't.
Because I would just love to shave my head and have your beard on top of it. Like, it's got like the mustache like here and like the little bits under your chin.
It's got like a little hole here for where my mouth is.
Yeah.
And you kind of just have this like bald spot on your head. Like,
or I could wear it on my face, like, because I can't grow a beard. But like, yeah, one of those would be great.
We need your support on this internet because although Artosis can't grow a beard, he can grow a mustache.
Maybe. I've never done it.
You got to try, man. You can do it.
I'll never live up to the Photoshop pictures of me that Merkmate made.
Oh,
so.
yeah, those are pretty good.
I'd want the Tom Selleck, too. That's the one I'd want.
I don't know
It's
the
the best
mustache is
looking
well
one.
enough. Which one is that one? Like
The best looking one.
Oh, okay.
For my stuff. It's one my dad had when I was a kid.
Wow. Bottom right. Oh, all right. No interrupt for your reality.
It's
That was
what
reality
else.
back there. Over here in the bottom left is Zest.
Dude, I liked that really technical game out of Reality. It was cool. Excuse me. It just, yeah, no, it was cool. The Proxy Liberator, he like kind of caused a lot of problems. It was very map specific, of course. And then I liked the double Cyclone coming up too. That was like really neat because
I didn't
you
expect
kill
a Cyclone play,
pylons.
actually. And then when it got there, I thought, oh, yeah, that actually works
Yeah.
pretty
Well,
nicely.
the unit set he's going for kind of forces Stalkers, right? And like Stalkers don't really do,
Oh, they don't do okay against
not against Cyclones.
not against
like-
Cyclones. They take a beating pretty fast.
Yeah, normally you're kind of stuck in your base, but he took the offensive. That's what we've seen so far in this matchup is Terrans being stuck in their base and Protoss running circles around him. But I guess if you proxy a Reaper and like are just staying aggressive the whole time, Protoss has to stay in his base.
Yeah, that's true.
You turn that around on him. You're like, hey, what do you like that, Protoss? He's like, oh, I don't like it at all. Oh, I lost that
Excuse
game.
me.
Oh, that's too bad. I
know-
hope to win that game.
We've seen these Reaper openings be pretty successful, man.
Yeah.
I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah, Reaper is a good unit now. Well, it was before, but it's like really good now.
Yeah. Well, it was really good right in the beta as well, man.
Well, I mean, the Heart of the Swarm Reaper was like Heart of the Swarm Tasteless, but in Legacy of the Void, both Tasteless and the Reaper are more manly.
That's
one has
true.
a beard, one has grenades, basically the same thing.
It's almost, yeah.
It's just
You nailed it.
improved.
You nailed it on
That's
the head.
why
man.
I like to go double proxy racks Tasteless.
I try to reactor my Tasis out as fast as I possibly can.
Well, the thing is, Tasteless is so great, he requires a tech lab.
You are funny, man.
Well, I can imagine if you were a unit, I'd have to have a tech lab and then build a depot next to it. That's like how I get you, is like a depot with a tech lab on it. Like doesn't even, it's like really complicated and weird to get it. Like,
you got to upgrade my beard at the tech lab. Like. Tases are basically useless without their beards, so, you know.
Yeah. You're just this unit that like actually doesn't have an attack. It like runs kind of fast. It's like you're about as fast as a stalker, so you can run away from most stuff. But
it's a really big deal in the game. They're like, oh my god, they're destroying the tech lab. You know, tastelesses are useless without their beards. Boom.
I could see what you would do to. You know what your unit would do, Tasteless? It's like
What?
you'd run it in the base and it'd have this button. It'd be on a quick cooldown, but you'd like hit it and it would make a loud noise to scare your opponent into thinking he's under attack. It's like your buildings are under attack or something. Then like the Tasteless just you see him run out of the base. It's like.
I was thinking about an
great unit.
Artosis unit that has an ability, and you just hit it and you lose 10 hit points. I just don't do anything.
I would love late game Tasteless build is like you just have like when someone has 7 bases, there's like 7 Tastelesses all screaming that you're under attack. You don't know which one's real. It's like actually such a great move.
It's so funny. Running around in his blazer and his Converse tennis shoes on. Oh my god.
And of course, don't forget it could be like a troll as well, like mass changelings. Just like a bunch of Tasteless. I just send them in to die when I'm gonna win the game no matter what.
Oh man, we got Stim coming here for Terran. And so far,
yeah, StarCraft. Okay.
Yeah, this is actually there's a game going on here. The Twilight Council, a little bit close to halfway done. This is a very different tech than what we've seen from Hero. Zest showing us a very different way to approach Protoss here in Legacy of the Void.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's not the same games over and over. So that's really cool because there's a lot of different ways to play, and like this is just what I guess Zest has figured out and decided is cool. And it, you know, I'm glad to see it, a different approach than what Hero did because I already know I'm going to steal Hero's builds. But I'd love to steal Zest as well.
Oh, good shot there, actually, getting that observer.
Yeah, that was a skill shot right there.
And we're going to see mass gateways now.
That scan was like trying to hit the ground when you fall over. Like.
He might come up here for a poke.
Yeah.
Zest does have the second observer over here, so he should be ready. We see a bunch more pylons coming here now. He might be trying to get these. Oh, actually, those are just normal pylons. Never mind. He's actually got plenty of pylons here already to help defend if he needs to.
He's totally fine. And with that many sentries, you got to be careful about getting too close as well. Has a few adepts in there. Oh. Well, he actually is kind of.
Does that just work?
Well, he like didn't he start to target the pylon and then decide not to? I felt like that's what I just saw.
I'm not sure. By the way, the gateways are finishing, so this is going to be another pretty strong warp in here. Remember, no medevacs for this army, so... Oh, he's going to do it!
Yeah, trying to pick that off once again. Really nothing, like, see, this is what we call indecisive.
He should have had a couple Tastelesses with that army, and it would have been okay.
Well, if he could have just had a Tasteless, like, over near the main base and make him think he was doing a drop as well. The thing is, Tasteless can't jump up cliffs, so you have to get a medevac to drop him up there to do it. It seems like maybe Marines would be a better choice.
Oh my god.
No, I don't know. Those guys are pros. They know more than us. Whatever.
Maybe that unit's just shifted out of the meta for now.
Seems like the Marauder's just like a better unit. But I mean, if you can send a Taser where you can send a Marauder.
It's got more hit points and concussive shells. Pretty
they cost the same amount, so it's like kind of weird that you might get the Tasers instead of
the
Marauder.
Tasteless unit just says GG really loudly and confuses the enemy.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
We're gonna have a drop over here.
Looks like he is gonna go for an in-depth drop.
Yep.
But yeah, reality was really indecisive on those attacks. Like some attacks on the pylons, some attacks on the units.
Yeah.
Starts attacking the in-depth. He's like, no, I'll go over to the sentry. The sentry runs away. He's like,
It was a pretty half-assed attack overall. I wasn't quite sure what he was planning on doing with it. Okay, here comes that drop right now here into the main. By the way, the army here for reality way on the other side of the map right now, so not a lot here to help defend.
Oh boy, and a couple of Marines come down as if Marines can kill adepts. That's not something that's going to happen.
And it looks like he's going to be able to actually shade over to another part of the map here. Oh,
Yeah,
never mind,
Yeah,
because the wall was up. Sorry.
Good walling, but you know what? Those adepts did a lot of damage. Looks like he's going to go ahead and trap some of this army as well. Yeah, I really like the way that Zest is, like, this is the way that I try to play right now, is more like what he's doing with a little bit of War Prism harass. I like it a lot. Like, his ground army at home is really strong right now, too.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
And he killed a ridiculous amount of SCVs because of the pressure that's over near his base, or was.
I just don't know if Reality is going to get the fight that he wants to have here. I mean, Zest is really doing a great job this game of staying ahead and staying on top. Another engagement over here.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong army.
I think, actually, Zest might be able to go in for a kill. Does he actually just have enough?
I don't think he has enough to straight up kill if Reality pulls back defensively with all his units.
Look at this. He's going to try to get in front here.
Yeah, this is a nice move.
Ugh. Okay, so Terran's back here. Oh, nice big drop over here at the second base.
Yeah, it gets out of range of all of those cannons, or pylon cannons, I guess. But yeah, this is doing actually quite a nice job here. Going to be able to pick off some of his tech, but that means a lot of his army supply is over here, whereas
he's going for it. He's going right into the expansion here, and it's going to take everything Reality has to hold this off and stop it.
Indeed, and there might just be too many blink stalkers here right now, and it looks like that is the case.
Yeah, that's it.
If Reality had those 3 medevacs of units at home, this wouldn't have broken him. But I think he needed to try to get something done after he took so much damage early on.
Yeah, you can't blame him for doing it, but I mean, definitely Terran comes out not on top here. So this is going to be the killing blow as he goes into the main. He gets to start gunning down Terran units as they pop out of the barracks.
Well, a couple Marauders left over. The STD's coming out as well. He's already lost a lot of them. We do have some counter damage actually happening, but I mean, this is not going to work forever. You know, he has the Mothership Core over here. He's still warping in some units since he has some mining going on at least.
And yeah, that is going to be game. I guess we're just watching right now as Reality is digesting the loss here. But it most certainly will be Zest moving on to the next round of this tournament.
It's some really good play by Zest. Reality actually played pretty well as well. I liked a lot how Reality was mixing up. In our previous TVPs, we've seen the Terran kind of just do the same thing over and over and get destroyed by Hero, whereas Reality here, he's like, okay, one game, you know, just the regular, like, okay, expand into factory. The next game, proxy to put on a lot of pressure. And then the next game, a lot of barracks units where it's like, okay, like, these early game pressures like Hero was doing might not necessarily work on something like that. So a lot of variation in Reality's play, even though he did end up losing.
We are seeing these Protosses really use the Adept as a core unit.
Yeah.
I thought when I first saw that unit, you know, when it was announced in Legacy of the Void, I really envisioned it being like this special tactical unit, kind of like a Reaper early on, but apparently not. It is actually just this core unit.
It's kind of tanky. It doesn't cost too much gas, and it shreds light units, so it's pretty neat.
And here are our results, by the way.
Yeah.
And we're going to be back here tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, and look at our heroes that we our players that we have left. We have Light and Byul and Hero and Zest. It's like, what a ridiculous set of players right there. The best Zerg in the world and the second best Zerg in the world. And like the best Protoss in the world, basically Hero. Like we considered that all last year.
And to top all that off, we have
Zest.
the best caster in the world, our Toasters. So I mean, this is quite
the
a
best
lineup.
unit in the world, Tasteless.
Tasteless his beard.
only SOS could make one of you in that game. But yeah, these are our matchups for tomorrow, guys. Our studio will be open if you are in Seoul and if you're not getting on a plane right now. But it's going to be Light versus Zest, and then Byul versus Hero.
Come down here. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And there will be pizza.
There will be free pizza.
If you're a vegetarian, don't bother. There's not going to be any.
If you're a vegetarian, you can eat the crust. It's okay.
No, that's not how we function. There's meat grease in that crust. We don't want it.
Bad time to be a vegetarian. One of the other things I took away from that. Adept's
Skip
quite
coming down.
good, and bad time to be a vegetarian tomorrow at the studio. Guys, thank you so much for joining us here at the GSL. It feels good to be back. It's really exciting to see how great Legacy of the Void is, and to you know, just for all of us to sit down and learn new StarCraft. This is cool.
Yeah.
And I guess that does it for us, Artosis. Good job. A treat as always to cast with you. Merry Christmas, guys. We will see you tomorrow, Friday at 6 p.m. Good night.